that thing. It was right on time and got me to the grocery store, got all hooked up.
Good.
Were you in somebody's
Yes, sir.
See you there. I saw a little line up on that mountain over there. Got a feeling that might maybe we'll be going up. Probably. I think that campsite we talked about yesterday, there's like a couple of 100 feet up to that first 2.5 miles, and then I think the next couple of miles we might have 700 feet up.
Okay.
Which is nice. Then we all probably did like 40 or 50% of the climb already today. It's a long day, but it's pretty good.
Yeah, that'll help. That'll help.
Yep.
Don't look like it's getting a lot of traffic.
Nope. There should be toilets down there, and I think it's spigot. But I think we're pretty good. So we're just gonna keep on trucking. What's up, David, man?
Resting the feet, letting them dry.
We got a little climb after. Looks pretty good.
When they come in, they have to check their area,
Yeah.
see if that's where we were at. And if we was, they'd be punching in, getting their ass out there to help us get it done. That way, you know, the line get up and running.
Exactly, yeah. Help.
Nice words.
No. You got any wise words? Good knowledge for today?
Yeah, more food, less water.
All right.
No, more water, less food.
More or less food, yeah, that's a good one. Don't trip on the rocks.
Yeah, watch where you're walking, be careful. Take your time. It's a marathon, not a race. Or a damn sprint.
We're having a great day again today.
Yeah, it's a good day. Good day. It's nice weather.
Yeah.
Beautiful sky. Yep, not too hot.
And I think we're probably pushing along. It might be the equal to another long day. Could be our longest day. It's around that.
Yeah.
So it's gonna take us some time though, so we might get to camp a little bit late, but at least the last few miles to camp is downhill, so that helps when you're tired. It's just it's a controlled fall all the way.
You guys.
There we go.
You gotta take a picture with the trail troll.
With the what?
The trail troll.
The trail troll?
Yes, my trail troll.
Why?
Yep. Me and Dammit, man, we're just the support team.
Ah!
The trail troll.
Trail troll.
Yes,
This is
you
right.
go with somebody else.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
You just saw PlusOne had lunch. I was actually eating. Had a tortilla with some summer sausage, I think. The Dammit man had shipped or sent or something, and we split it in half. And brought out some fresh veggies, some bell pepper, some spring onions. Should last a few days, I hope. At least I've carried that out before on trail. It normally does. And it's not too hot, so that helps too. Ate an orange. I might have to do more of that because that was absolutely amazing. I still have a banana. Probably eat that later today because it was getting a little mushed on one side. Probably forgot I had it in my backpack and my food pack up here. So when I take my backpack off and just drop it on the ground. Yeah. But I'll probably eat that later today. We met up with Blister. As I think I mentioned maybe her yesterday. This is a new Blister, so it's not Leon Blister. She is from France. And yeah, it is not the most uncommon trail name. Almost, yeah. It's good. I think she talked about having like 20 blisters. But he's still working on his shoes, but it looks like it's healing up now, so it's uphill. I will still say though, eating, not a fan out on trail, but I'm doing my best to spice it up and get more healthy food, and honestly just food that I want to eat. The orange was absolutely amazing, so I think I might go back to, or go to carrying out more fruit. It might not have as many calories, but it's fresh and it tastes amazing, and I can hike on low calories, and it seems all I need is the salt and sodium electrolyte. I can go on low calories, that's fine, but fresh fruit, oh, the morale boost is awesome. Yeah, we stopped a little too early for lunch because Blister was there, and she's like, "You want to join me?" Sure, of course. We did plan to hike another 2.5 down to water and then eat there, but we did it here. Anyway, we got, the clock is 1 o'clock, just almost, and we got about 12.7 miles to camp, so it's gonna be a little late if we make it to camp, which I think we are, because we're doing pretty good, and there's not that much elevation, so it's just a long day. It's gonna be tired feet, but it's probably, I think it's a 19.5 mile day, which our longest day before I think was 19.5 miles, so it's be equal our longest day. This section is a little more flat and downhill, so over these, let's say today we do like 20 miles and it's only like 2,200 feet up, whereas you remember some of Mission Creek, it could have been a 10-mile day and we did 3,000 or 4,000 feet up, so it makes it a lot easier. We are still a pretty high elevation. I think we are like 7-something thousand feet. We're going a little bit more up now and then we go down again, whatever. Anyway, after today, we're slowly getting down in elevation again, which gives more energy. So yeah, this section into Wrightwood is pretty good. It's a fairly easy section compared to like the climbs and stuff. So often we can do some bigger miles here, which feels really good after we've been out here for so long and we've barely gotten anywhere. And I've seen like some comments and people mention it, that I'm very focused on miles, and it is because I'm a numbers guy. I used to work like doing bookkeeping and accounting for a company called Deloitte, and I've been, the last few years I've been doing like temp jobs between my hikes just to do something else, but I might go back when I'm done here. We'll see if my old boss still have a job for me, because there's some really good colleagues, really good workplace. Anyway, that's why I'm always in miles, and it is because of my visum, but I also know that even we spend extra time here, in the end we're going to be able to push 25s, 30, 35 mile days on a more regular basis, so that's going to make up for it. So it might seem I'm worried. Sometimes I'm a little worried about miles, you know, you want to keep going, but it's gonna be fine. We just go with it, enjoy it, and at some point, if we're running low on time, we're just gonna have to punch it and do big miles. But that'll be after the share somewhere. So let's do some hiking. Enough of me talking. See if we can catch him. We got Dammit Man and Blister. Alright, it's gonna be me talking a few minutes again. I'm gonna try to do this short. I probably can't. The other day doing that series, I was blabbering on about, you know, road walks, continuous footpath, all that stuff. So I figured I'd try to do this a little shorter and just let you know how my mental mind is about this. The reason why I sounded so undecided, I think, before is it's pretty much the Ridewood fire closure. And I knew about it before. I just didn't want to, you know, deal with it. Most hikers hope that there's no fires, but there always is. And we hope we have to deal with them in North Cal. However, I've mentioned before, I like continuous footpath. And some will see me, the last few attempts I did in 22 and stuff, I was pretty much strict on purism, stayed on the red line and shit. This year, not so much. So this is why I'm coming into saying that honestly I don't really care how people do their thru hikes. It's an individual thing, and to me it's about setting up rules or goals or something for myself, and as I said, stay true to my own thru hike. I'm deciding to do it in one way, and I have a plan how to do it now, and then don't break those rules, because then I feel like I've cheated, and it's gonna some people might not care, but it hits my morale. Like, let's say down San Jacinto, Jim could pick us up 2 miles before the road. Let's say we skipped those. We didn't, but let's say we did. It's only 2 miles. It's less than an hour. But that would hit me way harder later, because I would constantly, it would be in my mind. I know myself. And I'd be like, I need those 2 miles, man. I skipped them. It's just, however, I want a continuous footpath. However, I don't want a road walk. Because to me, it's just not part of the PCT. And I know this is an incredible long journey. Keep in mind, I did hike 1,400 miles in 22. I know what a long hike is and what it takes. And it's not all joy. It's not all fun. And for many, after a month or two or more, it's just, you can have weeks of bad days of just you want to go home, but you want to do the hike. So you push through it. That's why to me, my parameters is also, I'm here for the trail and the enjoyment and the challenge, of course. My plan for Ridewood in the beginning, I was hoping there's a highway from Ridewood to past the fire closure, like through it, but on a road that we could road walk that. But it's not open yet. And what I can hear is there's fines if you do. And I'm not here to break any rules. So the PCTA, as I mentioned, suggests you do that route around. It's like a 30-mile hitch around. Technically, you're just skipping like 7 miles or something on the trail. Could be wrong, but it's around that number. You do get off trail, you climb up, and you do like 3 miles down a gravel road. So I mean, that's already 3 miles. Like, you might miss 7, but you already did some of them there, right? I think it's like 10, 15 miles of the PCT that's closed. But then you do maybe 5, 6 miles of gravel road and stuff, side trails to go around it. So my plan is we are gonna hitch on the asphalt, which also means when we will hit North Cal or further up, and we will most likely hit some fires. I hope not. And why it does sound annoying for us, and it is nothing compared to all the locals and everyone who's affected by these fires. But we gotta deal with it. So if I end up having a fire closure, let's say 100 miles get closed, then it's a road walk. If there's some awesome side trails and trails we could do around it, I would be up for that. However, if it takes a long time and we have to road walk for a bunch of miles, I'm like, that's not what I'm here for. I would rather come back another time and then do that section. Now, if you want to go into what counts as a thru hike, according, I think, maybe to PCTA or whoever set that up, it's like you hike every open mile, which might not happen either. We might miss a mile here or there around the fire closures, and I'm good with that. But of course, we'll miss the fire closures. I'm gonna follow the rules. You know, I know some people don't, and they night hike through some of the stuff, but you know what? We are guests here. And I especially am, you know, I'm from the country. You know, I respect the locals. I respect this country. You know, I don't know, you just don't break the rules. Like, you know, we want to continue having a nice place out here. Anyway, so my rules for me is, if we're gonna have to do a bunch of road walking, we're gonna probably hitch around that, and then those sections we could do later. Now the Ridewood one, I'm probably not gonna come back for. That would only be for Ridewood, because Ridewood is just making hiking town. But I've already done the section twice, incredible section, so I have seen it. And I'm only gonna miss a few miles, which is, yeah, that's fine. So that's the plan, honestly, is fire closures. If we end up road walking, that will be breaking our continuous footsteps. And it's such a morale booster hiking on those, and I know the continuous footsteps is a big thing, but it has been in my mind the whole time. I want a continuous footpath, but I don't want a road walk. And however, if people are liking this or not, honestly, it doesn't really matter, because it's my thru hike. And I'm probably still gonna hike the 2,600 whatever miles, because there's a bunch of other stuff we have to do. And I know how, as I said, it's such a long hike that the challenge is just in the length of it all. And it's more important for me to do that and actually get and touch that monument this year. I promised myself, no matter what happens, I'm touching that monument. Worst case, I run out of time, I'm getting up there, I'm touching that damn monument. We'll make it though. But that's more important for me, because I'm also, as I said, there is certain parts that is slow in the beginning. It's really helping now that I'm starting to fix out these issues, and I'm speeding up, so my weight is not really holding me back anymore in the same way before. I'm fixing all those issues. Sorry, this video turning long again. Bear with it. Yeah, so that's pretty much how I'm gonna go my thru hike. And as I said, it's about set up your own parameters. That's my view on this, and be true to yourself. Be true to your own thru hike, and don't give a crap what everyone else thinks. You're doing this for you. It's your time, it's your money, it's your life. And I'm telling you, if you haven't tried attempting this, if you do like a few weeks or something, you cannot compare it in any way to thru hiking for 6 months. There is some serious tough times ahead. And the most important thing is I get there, get it done. You know, bring my body into shape again, become healthy. You know, I decided this is gonna be the time I change my life for the better again. Did it once before, shit happened. I'm gonna do it again, and that's the most important thing. Now, let's limit all this talk. Let's show you some trails. Got a little climb of 500 feet incoming here. Should be good. And we just passed the last water source before camp. I think we still have around 10 miles, maybe a little over. But got like 2.5 liters, so should be fine. We just kept on going. And we passed a few. That's nice.
Those ones that are on the bottom of the feet are the ones that really need it most.
Yeah, yes.
Deal with the ones on the side,
Yeah.
between the toes.
I mean, they do hurt underneath, but
Yeah, you get them up at the bottom. Now you're going up and down. The down is the worst because then you
yeah.
slide a little bit.
Oh yeah. So I'm added like multiple layers of bandages on it. It's like a blister. Well, it's not a blister, but it might become one. I'm doing everything to save it from not becoming one under my foot.
Ruined.
Yeah. Yeah, wet feet for days is, well, that's a dangerous one.
said, hell, there's a couple times the trail, all the trail was a stream.
Yeah.
Just water flowing right down it.
Yep.
You ain't nowhere else to go.
No.
Splashing through that damn shit.
I have a recording of this from last year too. That log looks like a snake to me. Woo! Didn't see that rock.
Yeah.
At least for once it hit on the shoe, it didn't hurt. Yeah. So damn it, man.
Almost there, baby.
All this video of me hiking, and he's right behind me. Pushing a 19-mile plus day. Pretty good. We did have a late start because we had to get out from, get a hitch out of town, so. But probably should be there before 7. Somewhere, I think between 6 and 7. We're doing pretty good pace right now. And I think we did most of the climb, so I think the last is pretty much downhill. Or flat-ish. So. It's so nice, even with some blisters and some little pain. It's so nice to be doing miles again, having energy again, just loving it. I think we're around a mile left or something like that, or maybe less. Oh, it's a long day. I might have been getting a blister underneath my right foot. I think I mentioned it a few times. It's got a hot spot a few days ago, and I stopped pretty quickly trying to take care of it. And I think we just did too many miles without a break, I guess. Never really had a blister there, but it's a bad spot. But it's so taped up. I have multiple layers. I'm doing everything I can to really protect it from not being a blister. And held up yesterday, but then we're pushing a really long day today, so we'll see how it feels tomorrow. But otherwise, pretty great day. So both Emmett man is just a bit ahead right now. I saw him a second ago, but we're tired. Feet are sore, legs are sore. At least this last bit is downhill, but it's like you got the cliffside on your right side all the time, all the way down. So you're kind of, the trail's leaning a little down to the right, which means, obviously, it's just you're walking uneven for so many miles. That's why sometimes switchbacks are nice. This is like on the outside of the trail, and then sometimes you turn around and then the left side is on the outside. So you kind of mix up the steps a little bit. But yeah, but of course it feels a little worse because it's at the end of the day. And the trail is actually pretty good right now. I think this last section might be awesome. Otherwise, we've been walking through a few miles of thorns, small bushes covering the trail, and it's just little spikes trying to destroy your legs, so you get very scratched. But in short, it's a great day, almost like camp. Running on 5% battery, so look, all these thorns here, and I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, that's the result of thorns. Very scratchy, and a little blood. We got a camp. Last bit of power onto the phone. I think it's like a 19.5 mile or something, and not that many other people. There's 3 guys just up here somewhere camping at the right there, and then right there, I don't know if you can see it. Right there is a little toilet thing with a wall around, so that's pretty nice. This power is running so much, saving power, I can't even load the video. We got to camp. Oh, just got my tent up. The man is camping right there. There we go, and got water, went down. And there wasn't much flow here, but there was water. So I brought water for both me and David man. And just down this way. We came from up here somewhere, and then this opposite way is where the water is. And we found Dawn, I think her name is. We met her on hiking out of the I-10. That means after Banning. So after we were at Nitsy's place, we hiked out and we were sitting in that warehouse with the windmills. And I think we met her the first time there, and then at like the Oasis kind of thing where we got trail magic. And then I think she out-hikers, and we met her in Big Bear again. So I actually thought she was at least a day ahead of us, but we caught up with her. And I think also Cannonball, she should have hiked out today, I think. But she hiked out, she was a little bit ahead of us, so she took another trail out. And I think she had an injury. I don't know if I have any videos of her, but we might catch up with her. I think she might be pushing 15 mile days now. She's like keeping very strict and slowly going up in miles because she had some injuries with her. I forgot it was knee or leg or something. But yeah, time to filter some water and get some food. We got a lapskos, which is like beef and potato stew, kind of like mashed potato, but like with potato chunks in, which is really good. And I added I bought out some bell pepper, I don't know what it is. Bell pepper and green onion, threw that in there, a little extra salt and pepper, keep that salt level up. And then I'm making a full pot of tea. I bought a few of these little half and half creamers from the lodge, just 3 of those, with a little bit of honey, some sugar. Might be a lot, but we're gonna make a big cup of tea. Eat some food, get some tea, get warm. It's getting cold in here. I think we might hit freezing temperatures tonight. I remember in 22 when we came to, it was cold as heck too, but at least this time I got my puffy. Except that it's still a little too tight, my puffy, and the zipper broke last year. So I, like, where you put this, like, down towards your trouser or whatever, like when you attach the zipper together and then you zip it up. So down there I put the zipper together, and then I have to stitch it together, so I can't like even like, you know, have it on just fully open. It's but it's on like half my body. Just using it like as an extender to my sleeping bag right now. I can get it on, it's just a little tight. But yeah, give it a week or two. I've probably lost enough weight to make it more comfortable, and then it's just gonna be more and more loose after that. And damn it, man, they're sleeping over there, and I think damn it, man, has a rough day. So yeah, it's been a rough day, but it's been a great day too. Yeah, 19.5 I think miles today. So that is actually technically our longest day. We did have another 19.5 mile day, so it's a joint longest day. But I do have that blister under my foot. That's critical. And I don't know if it's a blister yet, but it's very sore. But it's so taped up, as I mentioned, that hopefully it'll last. Anyway, I'm gonna get some food, and then I'm gonna try edit this video and get some sleep. Thanks for watching. I think this is my best meal on trail. Oh, that one. I mean, it might not look the best, but mashed potato powder, whatever, extra salt, extra pepper, fresh bell pepper, fresh spring onion I pull in there to mix it up. It tastes awesome. And my tea with honey, sugar, and creamer.